Here's a difficult ratios question. They told us concentrate to water, so frozen concentrate to water is mixed from a 1:3 ratio. And the question asks us how much of each is needed to make 2 liters of juice. Okay, well they didn't really tell us how much this makes in the first place. So what we're going to do is we're going to give this a unit of measurement. Now we know liters is what we need. What is a unit of measurement smaller than liters? Do you know?
Milliliters.
Milliliters. Okay, so let's work with milliliters. For instance, if I put, remember this is a 1:3 ratio, right, of concentrate to water. Well, if I put 1 milliliter of concentrate to 3 milliliters of water, then I'm going to say total amount. What is our total amount of liquid?
4.
For what?
4 milliliters or liters.
Milliliters. That's right. It's going to equal 4 milliliters. Okay. Now, this question, we need to create 2 liters. So we've now set up a ratio, right? And this would, you could consider this as the other part of the ratio. We now know that, think of it like 1:3 to 4, 4 being our total amount. Okay? So if that's milliliters, how many would you say milliliters are needed to make a liter? Do you remember? No? It's actually 1,000
1,000 milliliters.
Milliliters is equal to 1 liter. So if we need 2 liters, how many milliliters are we going to need?
2,000.
2,000. So our total amount is going to be 2,000 in this question. Okay, our total amount is going to be 2,000. So let's try to set these ratios up. Okay, and we'll set them up as 2 at a time. We're still going to be looking for, let's write these in blue. We're still going to be looking for water, and I'll write the other one red. And we're still going to look for concentrate. Okay, so we have our ratios. Now get rid of that blue line in the middle so it's now easier to read. Right? We know that it's 1 concentrate to 3 waters is equal to 4 total amount. Well, we also know that we need 2,000 of our total amount, so how much water do we need? Which variables are we going to be working with? How many are we missing?
2.
2. That's a lot. We can't solve 2 at a time yet. We haven't had the skill. There is a way to do it, but we're not quite sure how yet. So we're going to break this question into 2 steps. We want to isolate 1 variable at a time. So what would you like to solve first, the water or the concentrate?
The water.
Okay, so the water. What variable do you want to give it?
W.
W? Perfect. Okay, so W is what we're looking for. So we're going to be working with just the water and the total amount because we have the actual amounts for total amount, right? We're going to leave concentrate out because we don't have enough information yet. So how do I set these guys up in fractions? Do you remember from the one before?
Cross multiply them.
Okay, but I got to set the fractions up first.
Oh.
So what will be my first fraction?
3 milliliters.
Okay, so
And then
3 is going to deal with water on top, so we should really do water in blue, I guess. Water on top is 3. Over what?
Over 4 milliliters.
And that's what considered the...
Concentrate. Or isn't that the total?
Yeah, that's the total. So we'll say the total on the bottom. So 3 over 4 is equal to what?
1 over W.
Why 1? What are we working with? Let's highlight it. We know we're working with water in this question. And what's the other thing we're working with?
The total amount.
Total amount. So these are the numbers we need. 3, 4, W, and 2,000. We've put together 3 and 4. What next should we put together?
W and 2,000.
W and 2,000. Where is W under? Is it under water or is it under total?
It's with water.
Water. So should we put it on the top of the fraction or the bottom?
Top.
Top. And what's going to go on the bottom?
2,000.
2,000. Okay, now how can we simplify this?
Cross multiply.
Cross multiply. So when we do that, Our next line is going to read 2,000 multiplied by 3. You take your calculator out once you solve this. And 4 multiplied by W. So what's 3 times 2,000?
6,000.
Okay, 6,000. And what is 4 times W?
It's just W. No.
How did we write it here?
You have to divide them.
After.
So
But first, it's just written as the number beside the letter.
6,000 divided by 4.
Yeah, you're right. But let's focus on this part. When I'm multiplying these two, pretty much the way I simplified is just by writing the number beside the variable, 4W. And that really means 4 times W. Okay? So now what's the goal? We're trying to solve for what?
W.
W. What is W by itself?
No.
So, how do I get it by itself?
You have to divide 6,000 by 4.
That's right. To move it over, we need to divide by 4. So when we do that, we'll get W is equal to what?
1,000.
1,000?
500. 1,500.
1,000.
15,000.
1,500.
Oh, 15. Oh my god.
Yeah, that's all right. 1,500. That's the right amount. So our W is equal to 1,500. Good. We figured out how much water we have to solve. Now here's the next one. We still got to figure out what?
The frozen stuff.
Yeah, the frozen concentrate. What variable do you want to use for that?
C.
C, sure. Okay, and which would you like to team it up with? We technically have all the info about water and all the info about total amount. So it doesn't matter. I can team it up with either of these two, and we'll still get it. So which one would you like to work with?
You know, this one.
Okay, you choose. Total amount or water?
Water.
Okay, so we're going to team this up with water. So we're going to set these guys up into fractions. So how can I set the first set up into fractions?
1 milliliter over 3 milliliters.
Yeah. So I'm going to do this in red for the concentrate, okay? 1 over 3, and on top is concentrate, and on the bottom is water, right? Is equal to what?
C.
Yep.
1,000.
1,500. What's our next step?
Cross multiply.
Yep. So I'm going to get 1 times 1,500 is equal to 3 times C. What's 1 times 1,500?
1,500.
Yep. And what's 3 times C?
Sorry. It's 3C.
That's right, 3C. Now what are we trying to find in this question?
The concentrate.
Which is represented by?
The C.
Okay. Is it by itself? Have we solved it yet?
Nope.
What do we got to do?
15,000 or 1,500 divided by 3.
That's right. To move it over, we need to divide by it. So what will it be?
500.
500. Great. Now let's double check. Remember they said, let's write it in here, 500 milliliters of concentrate with 1,500 milliliters of water. Well, let's double check that that worked, okay? What was our goal in the end? We're trying to get how much liquid?
2 liters.
2 liters, which was what in milliliters? Because these are in milliliters right now.
2,000.
2,000 milliliters. Okay. And we were doing concentrate plus water was equal to the total. How much concentrate did we have?
500.
Yeah. And how much water do we have?
1,500.
Yeah. What do those two numbers add up to?
2,000.
So do we have the right answer?
Yep.
Oh, that's right. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
We set it up in several different ratios in order to solve this.